Alright there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be updating you on some more latest news. The news I'm going to be breaking to you guys today, because there's been a change of scenery, is about currently Neymar and currently Sanchez, and I'm going to update you on a few other stuff as well. Currently things now regarding Neymar, reports are breaking out that this potential deal for Neymar, with all the surroundings as well, could add up to nearly £500 million from PSG to trigger his release clause, and this could add up to £500 million. Neymar currently receives a loyalty bonus tomorrow, I think. This could be £500 million because he receives a loyalty bonus tomorrow. Plus, his father's getting a staggering tons amount of money from Barcelona and PSG. Plus, this is including the wage and the salary each year as well. And plus, this could be including the agent fees as well, plus the €220 million on his current release clause. So, basically, this could add up to £500 million. Absolute staggering amounts of money for a player. He's going to earn commission as his father, excluding the agent fees, the salary each year, and plus I think his dad's is he getting a loyalty bonus? Plus Neymar's going to be receiving, is it a 26 million or 25 million loyalty bonus for tomorrow? But yeah, staggering amounts of money. This is reported. Dunkelcastles has just suggested this deal could basically add up to £500 million. Staggering amounts of money. Basically now this deal looks over the line. Basically now I think this is PSG are going to currently sign this player Neymar on a current 5-year deal. And basically this deal now, this is absolutely astronomical business from PSG. And if this deal finalises, it's going to smash the deals of Pogba last summer. It's going to smash the deals of Ronaldo, and it's going to smash the deal of Bale in 2013. It's going to make absolute history in world of football. £500 million. Absolutely astronomical business is this. And also, to quote out, it all started basically last week when it all speculated basically that PSG were willing to pay his £220 million release clause. Basically then the PSG owners had discussions with Barcelona. Currently the PSG chairman has basically tried to get the deal finalised. And basically he's trying to get the deal finalised, and currently his father has had discussions with the current PSG officials about a potential move, because he was fully convinced it was going to happen. And then Neymar's basically committed, basically saying to his friends that he does want to leave Barcelona. He does have a strong relation with Messi, but he's welcomed at PSG. He's got Dani Alves, he's got Figo Silva there, so yeah, this could happen. This could really happen now. There has been negotiations going on now. There may have been a few players involved in the deal as well. But Neymar, as I said, he's 25. He's probably one of the best footballers on at the moment. 25, quick, strong, good at combining with his teammates fantastically well, good at driving forward also, very skillful, good in the air also, fantastic, tenacious, creative player. But even Gerard Piqué's had to say in this. Ronaldo's persuaded him to stay at Barcelona. And Cavani's had a say on this to basically welcome him to the club. But that's it. This is going to make absolute headlines in world of football. So this is definitely going to make headlines. And also Neymar had also been in a fight the other day as well with training with his current teammate Nelson Semedo. But yeah, the club, basically Barcelona, were confident he wasn't going to leave the club. The club president before was very sure that he wasn't going to leave Barcelona. But now Barcelona, I think they've had discussions with him. He's made his final decision. Basically now Barcelona have currently left the decision to Neymar. And basically now he's quoted out, he's told his friends that he wants to leave Barcelona. So it looks like it is now going to go over the line. And basically, he does want to leave. Neymar wants to leave Barcelona, and that he wants to leave. He doesn't want to be there anymore. He's been there several years. His performances for Brazil are so recognisable, absolutely unbelievable. The amount of honours he's won, you know, the amount of goals he's scored for Barcelona. We've seen him, Messi, Suarez is an absolutely gigantic tally of goals they've scored between them in several years they've been at Barcelona. But this is absolutely astronomical business now, guys, and this looks like this is going to go through, basically. The father's convinced, he's very convinced, he even bought the tickets for him to get to PSG, and he's going to benefit from this anywhere. So too the agent fees and the salary, which is estimated 30-40 million a year. So this could be £500 million. This is what Duncan Castles has reported, basically. With all the rest of the surroundings, this could be £500 million for a player. For that, you could get £500 million. You could get 22 players for maybe more for £500 million. Definitely 11, definitely at least 8. Absolute staggering amounts of money for a player. Absolutely staggering. And they're not leaving it at that at PSG. They're also now determined, preparing to make a bid for Sanchez. They're currently showing their interest back in Sanchez because the speculation basically started about Alexis Sanchez last week when basically Wenger's rebuffed it. He's basically rebuffed everything. He's standing firm. He's being real. He's still adamant that Sanchez will not leave. But he had that interview, didn't he, saying he wants Champions League football. That was the main part of the narrative, that he wants Champions League football for Arsenal. They haven't been. This is the first time in 20 years they haven't been in it. He's currently been at Barcelona in the past as Sanchez. And he's currently put on Instagram the other day, whenever it was, he posted something on Instagram that got a lot of attention of Arsenal fans. And he's currently absent and sick for today's training is Alexis Sanchez. But he said in a few of his press conferences as Wenger, this is basically mistranslated. And basically, he has been demanding a £400,000 a week contract to Sanchez. The directors try to get the deal finalised from PSG. They had this the other week when they had that meeting. The director, Sanchez's agent, and Sanchez had a meeting to discuss a potential move. They're willing to pay now over £35 million for Sanchez. He's demanding a £400,000 a week contract with Arsenal. Wenger's only determined to pay him about £275,000 a week, something like that. And he's currently coming to an end of his contract, as I keep saying. You will get Alexis Sanchez for a reasonable fee. For PSG are not only willing to pay out £500 million, they're looking to also capture Sanchez as well, which will probably cost them between 35-40. So it's going to be staggering amounts of money if PSG do capture Neymar, which looks likely, and Sanchez as well. And we know for Sanchez, we know Manchester City are in there. We know Vinny are in there as well. Well, Bayern Munich have been there. But now, it broke to reports yesterday that City could have been emerged as the front runners to capture Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal. They could have been the favourites. It broke out yesterday that City were willing to offer a £320,000 a week deal for Sanchez, and he was demanding £400,000 a week. But basically, with the add-ons for the appearances and the performances and stuff, and how it progresses, that literally probably would have touched that £400,000 a week, basically. City are confident now they can get him. I don't think Pep Guardiola's too convinced they could get him. But I think Sanchez now is keen on the move to Manchester City. I think he's explained this out. He's keen on the move to Manchester City. He's keen on reuniting with Pep Guardiola after working with him at Barcelona. But he's currently keen on the move, is Sanchez. He is going to leave. Suggestion just showed up that he does want to leave the club. He no longer wants to be there. He wants to be in Champions League football, and he wants to be at that higher level. And at Arsenal, it just doesn't feel as though he's gonna get that at Arsenal. Does Alexis Sanchez? I love Sanchez, composed, organised, fantastic, prolific goal scorer. You know, as much as I'd love him, we're not initially in for him. So City now could be favoured to get him on the board, and City basically have already done good business with Monaco. They've spent over £200 million. So with Sanchez, that'll probably take their tally to over £300 million as well, plus the agent fees and the wage as well. So City are looking to basically get him on the board. Claudio Bravo's insisted he'd love Sanchez to join him Manchester City. So basically, yeah, they're doing good. But I said, not always being a checkbook manager gets you success, but it is beneficial, and we're going to be frustrated with the lack of investment in this transfer window because we've only got 2 players and we want to build on that platform. We need another player or 2 at least on the board. So yes, Sanchez, I think he could be on the move to Manchester City, even though PSG now are making further requirements now of preparing another bid for Sanchez, but he may be now favoured and being his tendency to go to Manchester City. So I think if they get him, let alone without Sanchez, I still think now City have got a fantastic quality team. You've got your likes of Aguero, you've got your likes of Silva, you've got Bernardo Silva, you've got Mendy now, you've got Kyle Walker. So, and if they add Sanchez in that mix as well, God, they're going to be fantastic this season. I'm going to be honest, they're going to be fantastic this season. They are going to be a fantastic team. I'm going to be very, very honest with you guys. And also with the name, basically PSG are looking to capture both. I just don't see how they can afford Neymar alone, let alone both, without breaking the financial fair play regulation rules. It's just absolutely astronomical business. Absolutely mad. But anyway, Barcelona have had plans, you know, when they sanctioned Neymar off. They're looking for alternative replacements, basically. They're looking to raise these staggering amount of funds to get an alternative replacement, because Barcelona have explained how much of an iconic and important figure that Neymar is to the team. They basically don't want to lose him. They've explained all this. But if they raise his money, Barcelona now are looking to get Philippe Coutinho from Liverpool. Philippe Coutinho has quoted out, the current player has quoted out that he's adamant that he has desire and that he does want to depart Liverpool and that he does want to go to Barcelona. I think there has been discussions between the 2 clubs or something like this. There has been discussions before about it. Liverpool stood firm, basically. They are resisted to any offers and they are reluctant to sell Philippe Coutinho. I think a bid's been rejected before as well, but Liverpool have also missed out on Naby Keita. You know, the player that they made inquiries about, but Red Bulls are standing firm. He's a dynamic box-to-box player who Liverpool, well, that was Klopp's main priority to fulfil that number 8 spot. But now as they've missed out on him, they're basically standing firm because Liverpool still need to address their midfield. Maybe Emre Can could be going as well. So with this situation, Barcelona are prepared to pay £89-90 million for the player. It's staggering amounts of money that Liverpool can raise and maybe could get another player or 2 on the board in there, but it's always hard to find your alternative replacements. I don't think Liverpool will want to sanction him off to Barcelona. He's a good player, he's agile, he's quick, he's strong, he's a good luxury in Liverpool's midfield, he can score goals, he's competitive, he's tenacious, very, very good player, but I think the player basically, if he's had a word with Klopp, or he's going to have a word with Klopp to see if he can get permission to leave, because I think he does want to leave Liverpool, and Barcelona are now maybe getting him on the board. They've also tried including the Neymar deal, Di Maria. They've also tried including the Neymar deal, Verratti before, the player that currently switched agents to Raiola, who currently represents Pogba, Zlatan, Lukaku, Mkhitaryan, and oversaw the deals of them. But I think he's been in talks with Barca. There was possibility, chance he could be coming to Manchester United. But I think he may go to Barca, or he may just basically end up staying at PSG and signing another contract. I don't know. As much as I'd love him, he's very tenacious, very competitive, very quick on the ball, good at holding onto the ball as well. And he'd complement our midfield, as I keep saying, you know. But Verratti, I don't think now, I've disregarded that. I've ruled that he won't be coming to Manchester United with Verratti. They've also, who else did they include? They've included a few players in the deal, but Barcelona basically stood firm, basically saying if they're willing to sanction him, PSG, I've got to activate that release clause and pay the full thing off, which they are going to do. And Neymar only signed a 5-year contract back in October, was it? Yeah, October 2016. So his father's going to benefit from this. You could call him so-called agent because he thinks he's the agent. He's going to get a commission. You know, the loyalty bonus. Neymar's going to get the loyalty bonus tomorrow on the 31st of July, which we all knew about. So this is including the agent fees, the salary each year and everything. So this could be astronomical business. £500 million. Staggering amounts of money. And PSG have already got Dani Alves. PSG and an elite opposition, probably the best team in France, and they're still £500 million. They're still looking to add Sanchez in the ranks as well. Absolutely mental. But City could emerge as the front runners, as I said, in the race. Anything else to update you guys on today? But Liverpool have had plans anyway. They've had plans if they do sanction him off. They've looked at Christian Pulisic from Borussia Dortmund, a player, very good player, very attacking, good at driving forward, good in the air also, strong, he's quick, and Liverpool are looking to replace Coutinho. They've looked further down the line into Christian Pulisic from Borussia Dortmund. He's a very, very good athlete, is this player. I've watched him play, he does score goals as well. But Liverpool need more in their team. Klopp will be frustrated with a lack of investment. They need more in their team. We're frustrated with a lack of investment. We need a lot more in our team. Chelsea have doing good business, but they still need more in the team. They need to have depth and strength. Arsenal still need more in their team, especially with Sanchez now looking definitely like he's going. Everton have done fantastic business. I compare my hats off to them. They've done fantastic business. City have done fantastic business, and they're basically at the moment put us to shame, in this transfer window. But there's still time, to get the players that you want, because he's still a long time ago in this transfer window. So I'm not going to get too annoyed at the moment. Anything else to update you guys on today? And City are also going for Sanchez as well. City are also looking out on Ross Barkley. I think Tottenham could be emerged as the front runners to get Ross Barkley on the board. Ross Barkley, as I kept saying, his stats were fantastic last season. Amount of opportunities created, did better than Silva, did better than Coutinho, and did better than Sanchez. I think there was only 4 players who didn't do better than that. He's refusing to sign another contract with Everton. He wants to depart the club. He has the desire to leave the club. I think if Tottenham been in any possible negotiations, or Pochettino with Everton or Ross Barkley about a potential move, Tottenham are desperate for their first sign of the summer though. They've got a lot of quality. They've got Ali, and that's who also Barcelona thrown into the equation as well. Dele Alli, absolutely fantastic quality player. They've got Kane. They've got a good squad, but they've lost Kyle Walker. They've raised funds for that, so Tottenham need another player or two at least on the board, in my opinion, if they're going to be consistent like they have been for the last couple of years. They'd love Ross Barkley. A lot of teams, he's attracted a lot of interest from a lot of teams as Ross Barkley. Very, very good player, tenacious, compassive, good at going forward also. He'd be staggering now for maybe 20-30 million pound that you'd get Ross Barkley for now. He's a good quality player. I do like Ross Barkley myself. I'd love him in our midfield. He'd complement our midfield with your likes of Herrera's, your Pogba's. Ross Barkley's better than Matic. Do I think he's potentially better than Sanchez? Maybe. I don't know. Very, very hard to say on some comparing other players to others. But I know he's better than Matic. I know he's probably better than Eric Dyer as well. But you get it for a reasonable fee. The player that's won honours, the player that's been at Sheffield Wednesday, the player that's been at Leeds before. But they could be emerged as the front runners, Tottenham, to get Barkley on the board. And Chelsea have also showed their interest in Renato Sanchez. But there's been discussions going on between the manager of Ancelotti. Got a fantastic pedigree, just like Mourinho. Bayern Munich had a big, massive club with a good history, just like Manchester United are, And Renato Sanchez is desperate for them minutes, and he's desperate for that first team football. And Carlo Ancelotti basically quoted out he's willing to offload and sanction the player off. And he has the desire that he does want to leave at a big club like that. He wants the minutes under his belt. He failed last season, only 17 starts, no goals. No goals, no appearances, but his glowing reputation in the Euros were absolutely fantastic, and he's attracted interest from teams. But now he's basically admitted, we know AC Milan have been in discussions, we know Chelsea have been in discussions, basically Ancelotti and Conte have been in discussions about Chelsea maybe getting him on a loan deal. He's available for 42 million, or he's available on loan deal, but Renato Sanchez now quoted out he prefers the move to AC Milan, so I think he's sanctioned Chelsea off. He doesn't want to join Chelsea, and basically now it looks like basically we've missed out on the current player as well, Ronaldo Sanchez. So it basically looks like now AC Milan have done good business in this transfer window. Looks like they could get Sanchez on the board. Could AC Milan? He hasn't been really one of Mourinho's priority targets. He's a player that would complement our midfield. He's still needs to gain a bit more experience. He's good at giant forward. He's good in the air, tenacious, compassive, very versatile also. So that's very, very good. But he's not. He's had the irregular starts, and he wants that first team football. And when Munich got Rodriguez, Vidal, and that in that team, you know, he's not going to get in there, and he wants to get first team football. So he'd be guaranteed that if he departs the club. But I think we basically missed out on him now. Anyway, I think he's potentially better than Matic, as I said. But I think obviously Matic is more highly experienced than him. With the Matic case, I think this is going to be now fully announced in the next couple of days. I think some bonuses could be added onto this deal as well for the appearances, performances. Whether it's 40 million we're paying, which Chelsea rated him as, whether it's 50 million bid basically when Abramovich, the billionaire owner, did sanction it off. Is it the 50 million price tag, or are we actually paying £50 million? Is that including the bonuses as well? I don't really know. We know Juventus have made inquiries about the player, but I think Juventus have got more interest now on Matuidi, who's also a good player who I'd loved at Manchester United. Fantastic, very good defensive He's got very good defensive distribution as a Matuidi, so I'd have loved him as well. But Matic still looks like it's going to happen. He's urged that he does want to leave Chelsea. They've sanctioned him off basically. Chelsea is still. I have reservations about him though. He's slow, he's not quick enough on the ball. He's better than Fellaini, but he's looking to basically reunite with Mourinho, and they did have a fantastic bond together at Chelsea. So look, literally now it looks like it is going to happen, the Matic deal. So we'll just have to settle with Matic, that's all we can do. We know he doesn't complement Fabinho. We know he doesn't complement 9-goal, dynamic midfielders, but there you go. We'll have to back Mourinho, who he ever gets in, so that's the thing. I know we've tried getting Eric Dyer in, we've tried getting him in, but Tottenham are resisted, and they are reluctant to sell basically a lot of their players now after especially losing Kyle Walker, so they won't want to sell a lot of their players. So I do prefer Eric Dyer over Matic. Eric Dyer still wouldn't be one of my preferred choices, but I would prefer him over Matic. But you can't always get what you want. You can't always get the Galacticos. You can sometimes just get the average players. It's got to be a mixture in a team. You can't just expect all the Galacticos in your team, but as I'm saying, the biggest story of this headline is the Neymar situation. £500 million. This could nearly add up to £500 million. And yeah, so, and the Gareth Bale latest news, basically now, Jose Mourinho basically disregarded it. He's basically said it was basically never going to happen. It was like a dream come true. It was a mission impossible. Basically, he's a player that's been at Real Madrid for 4 years. He's won 3 Champions Leagues. He's won La Ligas. 25 starts season, 9 goals, 2 assists. So he didn't get as many starts as he presumed because he was injury prone. Plus he's Premier League proven as well. He's Bale. Very good player though. His comparison to Perisic, I'd love Bale as I said, but it just looks unrealistic. We know this could end up being a fake narrative. You saw suggestions before with the Ronaldo case. There may be some truth behind it, but basically, it's tremendous speed, good in the air, good at crossing balls into the box, and we need that winner that can cross balls into the box. That's what we need, that winner can cross balls into the box. Bale can do it, Perisic can do it, and we're desperate for that left winger. But it was quoted out yesterday, basically, that the current agent basically said there was a potential possibility that Bale could come to Manchester United. Basically, then the representative had come out and basically poured cold water on the whole speculation about the Bale case. He classed it as ridiculous and basically thinks this is a fake narrative and basically thinks this is not going to happen. But basically, what was said now, Zidane is still not willing basically to sanction Bale off. Don Bolland, the Spanish publication, also reported that Bale has no intention of leaving. He's no desire. He's not willing to depart Real Madrid. He doesn't want to currently leave the club. But if it comes to it, depending if Real Madrid get the pursuit of Mbappe, Florentino Perez will sanction Gareth Bale off. He looks the most likely that's going to be sacrificed if they do get Mbappe on the board. And Ronaldo's going to divot in a couple of years' time, as I said. Benzema wouldn't want to sit on the bench, so Mbappe needs to be guaranteed that first team football if he goes to Real Madrid. So that's the thing. So these charging. But Mourinho's basically caught out anyway. He's had discussions back in the pre-season game with Gareth Bale. He suggested that there was nothing discussed. But yeah, he's basically these rumours have risen up in the last couple of days since Real Madrid have been trying to capture Mbappe, and it all started after the Champions League final. Basically, the Champions League, if he wasn't going to get first team football, he desired to make a move to the Premier League. Gareth Bale. Currently, Real Madrid did pay 90, 100 million pound for the player. If a price tag possibly has been set out for us to basically pay 90 million pound or something like that for Bale. Real Madrid are looking to raise these funds, which they already has. They've raised about 100 million pound for the departures of Rodriguez, for the departures of Morata, and for the departures of Danilo. So they're looking to raise these funds for Bale. Maybe Ronaldo could be even the player that could get sanctioned, but Bale looks the most likely if they do succeed with Mbappe. There's nothing much to update with Mbappe, as I'm saying, but we'll see. But he's scored a bag full of goals for Real Madrid in his time. He did fantastic at Tottenham as well, Gareth Bale. We've heard it all before. You know, we missed out on him in 2013, Gareth Bale. He just doesn't want to leave Real Madrid. He just does not want to leave Real Madrid. The journalist claims he could come to Manchester United. So I presume more talks will be currently going ahead about the Bale deal. But Jose Mourinho's basically said target the player next summer. So basically now he has disregarded it. He has ruled this out for the current time being. So, and as I said, the Perisic news isn't going fantastically good either. I think now Spalletti's basically quoted out and he's resisted to any offer. He's sanctioned it off, basically saying now he's convinced he will stay Inter Milan. He's convinced he will stay, and basically he's not leaving Inter Milan. This is what he said, and he thinks negotiations and discussions are fully over now with Manchester United and Inter Milan, and regarding even Perisic, and they're confident he will stay. The only way we would get him if we was willing to meet the £48 million that Damasio announced a while ago. That's the only way we would probably get him on the board, even Perisic. You know, they've also trying to demand Martial in the deal a couple of times. But either way, we're not willing to sell Martial. I'd love Perisic for the entirety of the summer. Mourinho's wanted him. He's got tremendous speed. He can cross balls into the box. You know, but Bale's comparison, one, Bale's at a bigger club, two, and Bale's a much, much better player. But if that's an unrealistic one, Perisic, if we get him, I'd be happy because we need that dedicated width. He scored a bag full of goals last season, even though Inter Milan had a lacklustre campaign. They're looking for that alternative replacement, or they found that alternative replacement for Perisic. But they're just insisting we're not meeting their demands. Perisic is being charter forced to move basically for the entirety of the transfer window. But even Perisic, Inter Milan have been stubborn. The directors resisted to any offers. Now Spalletti's had his own opinion on it, basically. That negotiations are currently over between Manchester United and Inter Milan for Perisic. So we'll have to get over it. And Ed Woodward has also gone on the tour to try and get the deals finalised. And we're basically struggling at this moment in time. Is there anything else up there you guys on? But there could be still players available out there. I'm not quite sure what's happened with Aubameyang, who I haven't mentioned in a while. 42 goals in last season for Dortmund. I don't know if he's available. I'm surprised that we didn't go in for Aubameyang. He's a top quality striker, good at getting through the channels, very prolific, very good at leading lines, fantastic player. I'd also loved at Manchester United. Not too sure what's happening with Ousmane Dembele. I'm going to look more into that. Who I'd also love at Manchester United. With that staggering amount of money, Kylian Mbappe going for 161 bleeding million plus add-ons as well. And they've judged him after one season. I think it's a bit insanity judging one player after one season. His performances for France were good. His performances for Monaco last season were good. He's not at a big club, as I keep saying. He's not playing really amongst fantastic players as he would be at Real Madrid or your Manchester City. As I'm being honest, Monaco are not a big club, but Mbappe, 160 million. Ousmane Dembele won't even get offered that at Borussia Dortmund. He's probably near the same level as Mbappe because he plays with him at France as well. Rashford won't be nowhere worth near that kind of money, but they've judged him after one bar-storming season with Monaco of these teams. Real Madrid have judged him after one season, so I think they're still in negotiations about in the process of securing another deal for the player. But Mbappe has urged that he does want to leave the club, and it'd be only beneficial if we got Bale out of this. We know Arsenal have showed their interest. They've had bids rejected for Mbappe. I'd love Mbappe. He got, was it 29 goals last season? But the vice president will come out a couple of days ago. He stood firm in B moves, basically saying they've lost a lot of the players of Monaco. They've raised funds, but they don't want to lose a lot of their players. They've lost Bakayoko, they've lost Silva, and they've lost Mendy. So the vice president come out and stood firm, basically saying we are reluctant. We are not sanctioning any of these players off. That was including Fabinho, including what's his name? Including Fabinho, including Neymar, and we're discussing with Mbappe as well about extending his contract. But I think he's adamant that he does want to make the move for Real Madrid, and this will take they've received 300 million total. That would be nearly astronomical, £500 million they would have received. They can find alternative replacements for the player, but they don't want to lose a lot of their best players. And for that money, you can get a new starting 11, and that's for the 18-year-old youngster, Kylian Mbappe. That's for an 18-year-old. You've judged him after one season, so it'd be interesting to see if he went to a different facility to experience a different facility, a bigger fan base, or going to a much bigger club such as Madrid, maybe City. It'd be interesting to see how he would perform. Definitely in the Premier League, it'd be interesting to see how he perform. Maybe interesting to see how he perform in La Liga. He's only at Monaco, so he's not exactly at a massive big club. He's Mbappe, so that's what you've got to take into the equation. That's the thing. So yes. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna have a look at more transfer rumours now. If anything else is updated, I will be notifying you guys about that. So take it easy. Drop your comments and likes below on the video. Take it easy, and I'll see you later. Bye.